James Carville, buck up, suck up, and come back when you foul up. 12 winning secrets from the war room. Get ready to delve into the book summary of Buck Up, Suck Up, and Come Back When You Foul Up, where authors James Carville and Paul Begala share groundbreaking insights on how to become an influential leader through effective communication strategies. Offering engaging anecdotes, the authors present 12 essential strategies that work in a variety of situations. As you immerse yourself in their world of political campaigns, discover valuable lessons on the fine art of leadership, the importance of being adaptable, involving your team, and adopting an aggressive yet nuanced approach to achieve your objectives.
Leadership Lessons from William Faulkner. William Faulkner, the famous American author, quit his job in a secure post office to avoid being at the beck and call of people he disliked. However, most people have to deal with such individuals in their daily lives. The key to getting along with them is to learn to bite your tongue and be charming. This involves saying nice things about people, even flattery, as it makes them feel good and fosters loyalty. Leaders can mentor employees who need a boost and involve them in the process. When implementing a plan, only pick battles that are winnable, important, and that you can afford to win. Political campaigns rely on volunteers who should be made to believe in the program so that they feel part of the effort and eventual success. The art of being aggressive. Aggressiveness in teams requires finesse, as exemplified by President Clinton's debate with Governor Brown. Clinton's counterpunching was deemed on target and effective, leaving a lasting impression. Similarly, football coaches advise their teams to hit hard on the opening kickoff, sending a signal to the opposing team. Being aggressive requires skillful execution to avoid becoming unpleasant, making it a valuable tool in gaining an advantage. As the old saying goes, the easiest way to be undefeated is to never compete, but when competing, being aggressive can make all the difference. The power of first impressions. First impressions can either make or break a person's reputation. In the book's summary, the author uses examples such as Senator Dan Quayle and former President Bill Clinton to emphasize the significance of initial impressions. In today's digital age, negative first impressions can even follow a person for a lifetime. On the other hand, the power of positive first impressions can be harnessed, as seen in former President George W. Bush Jr.'s tax cuts campaign. The media can also be manipulated to create a favorable first impression through false statistics and media bullying. In summary, the book highlights the role of perception in shaping public opinion and encourages readers to approach first impressions with caution. Energizing campaign teams. Campaign teams often struggle with decision and information inertia, but the Clinton presidential campaign found a solution in creating a war room. This room served as a platform where everyone could present and discuss ideas in front of representatives from all departments. To encourage action, the manager's goal was to implement approved ideas by a subsequent 9 a.m. meeting. The team that objected to an idea was often expected to make it work. The war room's fast responses and pre-rebuttals helped preempt competition, and the campaign was successful in framing the debate. Another way to energize organizations is by rewarding risk-taking, praising risk-takers, and emphasizing action. A campaign is like riding a bike. The more forward momentum you have, the harder it is to knock you over. Being forceful can also push your opponent into terrain that favors you. Mastering political campaigns. Political and military campaigns require separate concepts to achieve their goals. These concepts are objectives, strategies, and tactics. Objectives identify what you are trying to achieve, such as winning the presidency. Strategies determine the overall plan to achieve the objective, while tactics are the actual steps that implement the strategy. To make your message relevant, you must focus on the needs and concerns of your audience. Don't get bogged down in tactical issues and lose sight of the objective. If conditions change, don't admit defeat. Acknowledge any mistakes, reformulate your strategy, and move forward with an element of truth. Effective campaigns rely on communication. Messages should be brief, crisp, and concise. They should tell a story with a protagonist, antagonist, conflict, and resolution. Craft memorable phrases with contrasting ideas and present ideas in groups of 3 for better retention. Use humor and surprise to make sound bites memorable. Above all, keep yourself in perspective and don't develop a sense of being too important. Be truthful and transparent with your staff and share information to keep everyone involved, improve morale, and let more ideas flow. Remember, in politics, there are 2 kinds of campaigns, the quick and the dead. Graceful victory. Winning is not just about achieving a goal, but also about how you achieve it and treat your opponents. The best way to diffuse enemies is by making them friends, and being a gracious winner. President Clinton exemplifies this through small charitable acts that reaped larger benefits. When you win, give your opponent an out, an opportunity to save face and exit gracefully. Unconditional surrenders often produce resentment even if they may be justified. Finally, take control, capitalize on your popular momentum, and position yourself to consolidate your next victory through more risks. Victories are not final, and enemies today can become friends tomorrow.
Through the engaging stories and lessons found in the Buck Up, Suck Up book summary, we've explored the value of forging strong teams, making lasting impressions, adapting to changing circumstances, and capitalizing on opportunities for success. Keep in mind the importance of framing debates, crafting concise messages, and being a gracious winner when you achieve your goals. By embracing the key takeaways from this book, you'll find yourself not only understanding the mindset of great leaders, but honing skills that have the potential to impact your personal and professional life, making you a force to be reckoned with in any situation.